Welcome, brave souls, to a journey through the most haunted places in the United States. From abandoned prisons to decaying hospitals, we're about to dive deep into the heart of darkness, where shadows whisper and spirits roam. Prepare yourself for spine-chilling tales and ghostly encounters. These are the locations where the veil between our world and the next wears thin, where the unexplained becomes terrifyingly real. Lock your doors, turn off the lights, and get ready to confront the unknown. And don't forget to subscribe to the Jet Lag Life channel for more thrilling content. Nestled high in the Rocky Mountains, the Stanley Hotel stands as a beacon for paranormal activity. This grand old building, with its long echoing hallways and opulent rooms, inspired Stephen King's chilling novel, The Shining. Guests have reported disembodied laughter, phantom children playing in the dead of night, and the unsettling feeling of being watched. Some say the former owners never truly left, their energy lingering in every shadow. Could it be the spirits drawn to the hotel's tragic past, or is there something more sinister at play? We'll delve into the chilling history of the Stanley Hotel, seeking answers in the darkness. This isn't just a prison, it's a monster. For decades, Eastern State Penitentiary housed some of America's most hardened criminals. Now, it's a decaying testament to pain and despair, a place where the echoes of suffering still linger in the air. Visitors and investigators alike have reported disembodied voices, shadowy figures lurking in the cell blocks, and an overwhelming sense of dread. The air grows heavy with the weight of unimaginable suffering. It's as if the very walls are soaked in the anguish of those who were imprisoned here. We'll walk the same corridors as notorious gangsters, feeling the chill of their presence. The Queen Mary, once a luxurious ocean liner, now rests in Long Beach, California, her steel hull concealing a haunting past. Guests and crew have reported encounters with spectral passengers, phantom footsteps echoing down deserted corridors, and the chilling screams of those lost at sea. One of the most haunted areas is said to be the first-class swimming pool, where the apparition of a young woman in a white dress is often seen. Is the Queen Mary truly haunted by those who sailed her decks, or are these tales simply the product of overactive imaginations? We'll set sail on a paranormal investigation, seeking answers in the ship's ghostly depths. Waverly Hills Sanatorium stands as a haunting reminder of the devastating tuberculosis epidemic. Thousands perished within these walls, their suffering echoing through the decaying corridors. Shadowy figures roam the halls, disembodied voices whisper from empty rooms, and a palpable sense of despair hangs heavy in the air. One of the most infamous stories is that of room 502, where it's said a nurse, driven to madness by the suffering she witnessed, took her own life. We'll confront the darkness that lingers within Waverly Hills, seeking out the spirits trapped within its walls. The Myrtles Plantation, with its antebellum elegance and moss-draped oaks, hides a dark and troubled past. This Louisiana plantation is said to be one of the most haunted places in America, its history steeped in tragedy and sorrow. Slaves were mistreated and murdered here, their souls unable to find peace. Guests have reported seeing the apparition of a young slave girl named Chloe, poisoned by her mistress. Cold spots, disembodied voices, and the feeling of unseen eyes watching your every move are just a few of the unsettling occurrences that plague this southern mansion. We'll explore the plantation's grounds, feeling the weight of its tragic past, and seeking out the spirits who remain trapped within its walls. Surrounded by the frigid waters of San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz Island was once home to America's most notorious criminals. Now it stands as a chilling reminder of the brutality and despair that once thrived behind its walls. Visitors and guards have reported cell doors slamming shut on their own, disembodied voices echoing through the corridors, and the chilling feeling of being watched. Is it the residual energy of the inmates who suffered within Alcatraz's walls, or are these tormented souls seeking something more? We'll spend the night locked inside Alcatraz, confronting the darkness that permeates every corner of this infamous prison. Sarah Winchester, heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune, dedicated her life to building a bizarre and sprawling mansion in San Jose, California. Driven by fear and guilt over the countless lives lost to her family's invention, she believed that by continuously building, she could appease the spirits and keep death at bay. The Winchester Mystery House, with its staircases leading to nowhere, doors that open to brick walls and windows overlooking other rooms, is an architectural enigma, a physical manifestation of one woman's descent into madness. But is it truly haunted by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles? We'll wander the endless hallways, seeking answers in the mansion's strange and unsettling design. The Amityville House, where horror hits home. In 1974, the Amityville House became synonymous with unimaginable horror. It was here that Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family, claiming voices in the house drove him to commit the gruesome act. The Lutz family, who moved in shortly after, fled in terror after just 28 days, claiming to have been tormented by paranormal phenomena. The house, with its distinctive quarter-moon windows, has become a pop culture icon of horror, inspiring books and films that have terrified generations. But is the Amityville House truly haunted by the spirits of the DeFeo family? Or is it all a hoax? We'll investigate the house's dark history, seeking out the truth behind the legend. The Bell Witch Cave Terror in the Tennessee Hills. Deep in the dark heart of Tennessee, the Bell Witch Cave whispers with tales of a vengeful spirit. The legend of the Bell Witch, a malevolent entity that tormented the Bell family in the early 1800s, has haunted this region for centuries. Visitors have reported disembodied voices, unexplained noises, and the feeling of being touched by unseen hands. Some say the spirit, seeking revenge for a perceived wrong, still haunts the cave and the surrounding woods. We'll venture into the darkness, feeling the weight of the legend, and attempting to communicate with the infamous Bell Witch. The Lizzie Borden House, where an axe swung and spirits still stir. On a sweltering August day in Fall River, Massachusetts, Andrew and Abby Borden were brutally murdered in their home. Their daughter Lizzie was accused of the crime, but ultimately acquitted. The Lizzie Borden House, where the gruesome murders took place, still stands, a chilling reminder of that horrific day. Guests have reported seeing apparitions of the Borden family, hearing footsteps and disembodied voices, and feeling an oppressive sense of dread. Did Lizzie Borden commit the murders, or is the house haunted by the spirits of her parents, seeking justice from beyond the grave? We'll spend the night in the Borden house, confronting the darkness that lingers within its walls. Until next time, sleep tight, if you can. Thanks for joining us on this eerie adventure through the most haunted places in the United States. We've explored the dark corners of history, felt the presence of unseen entities, and confronted the unknown. If you dare, visit these haunted places and experience the paranormal for yourself. But be warned, once you open yourself up to the spirit world, there's no telling what you might find. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-tingling content.